Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the New England Sports Center in Marlborough, Massachusetts. Just about 2:20 on the East Coast of the United States. This is one of the premier hockey facilities on the East Coast. There's 10 rinks here in Marlborough, Mass, and the Junior Women's Hockey League is taking over the rinks for a 47-game weekend across all three divisions. This game, an under-16 matchup between Little Caesars, hailing from Detroit, Michigan. They're in the orange jerseys with blue trim, almost Carolina blue trim and lettering, and the Detroit Red Wing insignia on the shoulders. They're going up against the Washington Pride in the white jerseys on the opposite side. I'm Chris Lynch, and welcome into what is wintry up here in New England. Game's about ready to go. We've only got one current college commit on either of these teams. At least at the start of the weekend. It's number 17, Courtney Hall, for Little Caesars. She's committed to play for the Huskies at St. Cloud State University in St. Cloud. She's in the class of 2019. Congratulations to her. Right now, there's a hockey game to be played. The first 17 minutes have gotten underway with the puck drop and controlled by Megan Byram off the face-off, but lost almost immediately to the Little Caesars. And here we go. Up over the red line, Ralph gets over, and Marion Ralph can't keep control of it. Byram will keep the puck in. Saucered back over the blue line, and here comes Peyton Luff, throws it in front, shot, save made. The goaltenders, Allison Toth, number 35, is starting for Washington. And in the opposite end, number 30, Amanda Thiel, Thiele, starting for Little Caesars. Madeline Craven advancing and holding it, passed it over to Caitlin DeHoot. Stapled in, puck lost, played along the boards. Langbacka circles back behind the net and throws it out a little too far for Catherine Sarich to try and track down. So she has to meander all the way back to her own end to try and make a play on it. And this is a goal on transition on a fumbled puck. It's 1-0. Little Caesars holding the lead with 15:38, most of the first to go. And it's Avery Robbins who pots it. Pretty good way to start for Little Caesars, a goal off transition. And Robbins, a member of the class of 2020. Dumped in. Caesars back up. Little Caesars, first place in this division. They have played 21 games with 19 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. Washington in last place. They've played 21 games, 4 victories, 15 losses, 2 ties. Byram has played it excellent in their season so far, so expect her to be a big part of the game plan. Chipped back and shoveled back in the area behind the net, thrown in front, puck is loose, sat right on the crease, and cleared away by the Pride. Here comes Detroit. The Little Caesars on the move again. Lost it, and Washington can clear it after some bit of traffic. Stapled into the corner, wrestled off for the puck, send it back out to the point. Grace Garby throws it on, save made, rebound loose. Puck's still sitting in the crease, no one knows where it is. Now they're going to mash away at it, and the goaltender Toth dives on it and covers it up. A pretty good play from Toth, trying to keep her team in the game. Little Caesars has carried the play skating-wise and forward-wise. Most of the ice time has been in the offensive. And there's another goal. 2-0 off the face-off. Carried it to the left, and Kelly McCullough, a junior in the class of 2019, rips a shot home. And Little Caesars goes up 2-0. And we're just over 3 minutes into this game. 3 minutes and 8 seconds to be exact. Saucered across. Play continuing again. Icing is waved off as the race is won by Rayla Clemens to get to the puck first. Washington comes up with it in their own end. Chipped back in deep. Spinning, turning, looking for somewhere to go with it. Going to the backhander, shot on, saved by Toth. Behind the net still, looking for another chance to shoot it. A lot of handling going on by Kirsten Sims. Cycling through, Sims gets it back on her stick. Deeks through one, carries it to the boards. Gets through one defender, gets behind the net. Lost control of the puck, otherwise she had a wraparound attempt. Circle, moves through one defender, throws it in front. Loose puck, corralled by the Pride and carried out by Byram. Byram will carry it on through some traffic. Can't beat Riley Bregman. Controlled at the circle. Backhand shot blocked down by Bella Kamarowski. It really does look like the Edmonton Oilers playing out here, even though this team is from Detroit, Michigan. Kind of funny seeing this color scheme with the Red Wing logo on the shoulders. Controlled in neutral ice, batted back. Jang trying to advance it, loses control of the puck. Here comes Langbacka, interrupted and checked down. Cody plays it behind the net, almost loses it. And they'll bring it up. Checked, and we will have our first penalty of the game. It's a holding penalty. So with 11:39 left to go, it's already 2-0. Little Caesars has the lead. They will have their first power play of the game as Michaela Langbacka, a sophomore in the class of 2020, number 11, sits down for a little bit. The face-off is cleared down to the opposite end. Washington could get a shorthanded shot out of this. Over to the circle. Moves to the left side, throws it on net, controlled and interrupted by Avery Robbins, the goal scorer already. Here we go, to the circle. Wrapped up, can't force the puck loose. Robbins will throw it in front, goes across the crease to the opposite boards. Washington can't clear it. Circle, moves it. Sets up, almost loses it out in front. Can't shovel it home. Byram gets to it, loses it. Morgan Nietzsche gets to it and sends it to the point. Alex George to the circle, moving in front. Shot blocked. Still in Detroit hands. It'll give and go to the point. Shot over the goal. Under a minute to go on the power play. This has looked very good already for Detroit. Circle. Dot to dot. Wrister saved by Toth. Behind the net. Working back over to the left side. Looks, tries to thread it. Can't do so. Does keep it in the attacking zone though. Backhander goes across the crease. Nothing doing. 30 seconds on the power play. And Detroit has thoroughly dominated on the advantage. Washington will clear this one. And Alex George has to backtrack as we're down to only 20 seconds left to go on this power play. Good pressure put on by Hannah Tingley. Detroit will break it, though. With some speed up the left end. Moves to the right to the circle. Needs some help, needs somewhere to go with it. Leaves it for the great one, Riley Brengman. She's wearing number 99 and looks like Wayne Gretzky out there with long hair. Saucered back to Brengman. Moves, circles. The power play is over, but Detroit continues to carry the play. They keep it in the attacking end and send it down to the corner boards. And Washington will corral the puck and can't quite clear it. Now they will, but with a lot less speed. An ability to do much with it as Kaylee Voss just has to dump it down. Washington will have to try and win the puck on the possession battle on the end boards. Good pressure by Madison Cody. Can't wrestle it away from Kelly McLaughlin, though. McCullough, though. That's a goal! Wow. Great rush. Second time that they have danced up the end boards on the right side, and they beat Allison Toth top shelf. Hits the crossbar and bounces in for a 4-0, or 3-0, lead. In the first period, we've still got 6:41 to go here in the first. It looks like a 6 up here on the board because some of the lights are out. So it is 3-0, and we've got 8:40 to go. My producer Danny is telling me that I have now corrected myself. Corner boards lost. Washington trying to clear it and get some sustained offensive zone time. Amanda Thiel is probably thinking, you know, it would be nice to actually face a shot so I could play in this game. Might get her chance here as there's some pressure. Team's not turning it over, though. They're doing a great job of controlling the puck and getting it out of their own defensive zone. Byram almost forces a turnover. It is cleared out, though. Detroit has numbers on the advance. Goes in front. There's a goal that goes across. Not quite a goal. It's a puck that trickles across, and Detroit continues their offensive zone time. Here comes Byram with the puck. Comes to the center. Shot saved. Coming up out of her stance and up onto her top of her skates was Thiel. She makes the save, and there's the first real rush for Washington. Face off to the left side, one. Sent back to the point for Carolyn Schuler. Dumped down to the end boards. Battled by DeHoot. Langbacka will get to it. Controls it. Moves left. Turns around. Can't quite get through Robbins. Washington keeps the puck in. Still at the circle. Thrown in front. Good stick check by Teal to clear the puck out. Washington keeps it in. Can't gain possession of it. And here come Detroit. Little Caesars on the attack. Send it back behind the net. Give and go doesn't connect. The pass will float all the way back into their defensive end of the ice. And here comes some pressure. Alex George gets to it and gives it off before Caitlin DeHoot can bear down and make a play on it. This is not going to be called for icing. It was tipped at the blue line before it went in deep. 6:35 to go here in the first period. 3-0 Detroit over Washington. Almost a turnover forced. George tracks it down. Comes and makes a play on it. Sends it around, almost turns it over. Now they will. Cody is there to make a play on it, deflects it towards. Board battle, one. Clemens will clear it. The shot deflected on, doesn't connect. One deke, and that's good defensive work by Elizabeth Moeller, who got back in transition to make a play on it. They keep mashing away at it. Washington clears the puck out. Over the line. Lost it. Washington comes up with it, almost turns it over and clears it away. This is close to icing. Not going to be called as such. Here's some speed for Little Caesars. Turning, firing, that's blocked. The idea was there. Peyton Luff Kirsten Sims just ran into a Pride player. Puck loose. Carrying it behind the net. And they can't do much with it as it'll be saucered across. Allison Lenny was there to try and make a play on it. Maria Celeste carries it in. Bounces back behind the net. They're going to mash away at it down low. Carried out over the red line, now over the blue. Quick on the attack, fires it across. Chloe Valente. That's close to an offsides. The official doesn't blow the whistle on it, so they dodge a bullet. Here comes Luff. Turns around, throws it towards the center, goes across the opposite circle. Shot high off the glass. And Detroit continues their dominance. Saucers back through, kept in at the point by Box. Sent back down, controlled on the end line by Catherine Sarich. Lost control. Washington gets it back, and Byram will put some speed on. Byram gets to it and forces the puck a bit deeper to the end boards. Pressured by Vivi Rowan. Great stick work to keep control of it. Here comes Alex George. Crossing, looking, fires it towards the net. It sits in the face-off circle, and they can't get another shot on after that. Let's go back to the other end now. Washington will turn it up, and Rowan is turned away. Back we go. Anya Jing leaves it behind, lost it at the blue line. Deke one way. Good check from behind by Nitske to clear it. At the circle, great move. Can't get a shot off of it, but that is an excellent deke and handle by Avery Robbins, who has one of the goals in this game already. This puck skips over the net and just out. To the circle. Thrown in front. No one can get another shot on it. So ends the rush. And so blows the play dead with 2:25 to go in the first period. Face-off will come to the left side of Detroit goaltender Amanda Thiel. Detroit wins the face-off behind their own net. To the point. Byram controls it. And we've got a power play on our hands. Washington will get an advantage. Almost cleared away by Nitske. To the circle. Wants it back. That shot goes wide. And Caitlin DeHoot's opportunity for a goal just misses. And Byram will skate off and get a personnel shift. Bounces off the apron of the net. Detroit runs into an official. Can't keep it in. Puck will roll all the way down. We've only got a minute left to go on the power play and a minute 20 to go in the first period. 3-0 Detroit over Washington. Little Caesars looking to hold on to their lead and keep it scoreless on Washington's side. And the Pride trying to keep themselves in this game. Pride keep it in. 25 seconds left to go. Puck's at the circle. Shot blocked. Rowan's fired it. And McCullough blocked it. We're going to take it to the circle. Whistled it off the end boards and tapped down. This will kill off the last few seconds of the power play. We've only got 30 seconds left to go in the first period. Washington can't quite clear it as the power play now officially ends and Courtney Hall comes back to her side of the bench. Stapled in. Skips over Helen Gillespie's stick. This is not going to be called for icing as the puck going down there was started by Washington. This will end the first period, and it's 3-0 Detroit over Washington at the break. Take a breather and come back in just a moment. You are watching JWHL Hockey here on JWHL.org. Second period about ready to get underway from the New England Hockey Center in Marlborough, Massachusetts. It's the Boston weekend. Marlborough about 40 to 50 minutes just outside of Boston, give or take, depending on what the traffic decides to do that particular day. 17 minutes up on the clock. 3 goals up on the scoreboard for Little Caesars, hailing from Detroit, Michigan. Washington had a late power play and had some opportunities, but were denied by the good goaltending. Hi, everybody. I'm Chris Lynch. Welcome into the broadcast. As Washington trying to climb out of a 3-goal deficit and trying to get themselves up on the scoreboard. Coming up over the red line, now over the blue line. Detroit can't get anything out of it. Controlled there by Grace Garby and turned back to Riley Brengman. Across. Detroit's going to have some numbers to the circle. Out in front, and that caught the pad of Allison Toth before it got to the opportunity for a deflection into the open net. Fierce board battle going on down in the corner. Thrown out in front, intercepted by Cody. Can't quite clear the zone. Now they finally do, but a bunch of Little Caesars players right there to receive it. Here's the advance towards the circle. They're going to turn it out in front. Kept alive. Back over to the circle, moving, looking. They're going to turn. They're going to work their way through. Checked. And run off the puck. That goes flying across the right corner of the net. Out in front. Can't get to the backhander. And Washington will come up with it. Norris Scavato advancing. Or excuse me, that's Elizabeth Moeller. She's paired with Norris Scavato. The two will change off. And Washington completing the rest of a line change. Hall gets on, chips it in front, backhander. We will have a power play for Detroit as Toth covers up the puck. Avery Robbins was looking for her second goal of the game. Could not get it through. So this will be their second power play as the officials send Logan Yamaguchi to the penalty box. She's a member of the class of 2020, a sophomore at school. 14:56 to go here in the second. There's 17-minute periods. At the circle, to the blue line. Sauced it across for Box, fired on. That caught the pads of Toth. Sent back up to the point. Box keeps it in. Circled. They'll switch spots to the opposite point. Kept alive, thrown in front. Puck's in a crowd. Still tied up in players' skates and sent to the boards and back to the circle. Pretty good passing. Trying to get to their shot. Saucered across, can't get the shot. Box dove to fill the empty space and could not quite get there in time for the puck. Komorowski moves it to the circle. To the point for Nietzsche. Cross. Centered. Nietzsche. Shot. Score! Four to nothing on the power play. And Morgan Nietzsche, from philosopher to goal scorer, as I think it might have been tipped in by Courtney Hall, but I thought that was a clean shot. So it's 4 to nothing. And the guests from Detroit are rolling right now. Puck dropped. One at the blue line. Washington forces a turnover, goes into the circle. Vivi Rowan out in front. Can't get a shot directly on goal. Here comes Clemens. Circle, turns, moves. Looks for somewhere to go with it. Up top to the circle, working through. They'll send it back behind the net. Looking, turning. Gonna fight it on through. Looks for the redirection. Goes off a skate and goes back to the end boards. Turning at the circle. Out in front to the opposite. Shot saved by Toth. A good idea by Alex George, but caught Toth right exactly in the place that you didn't want to, where she could get her glove on it easily. Face-off won by Detroit off the tie-up. They'll cycle it through. Strong skating from Peyton Luff. Shoveled on back to the blue line. Works it to the left side off the boards. Bregman. Off the corner. Puck worked free to the point. Thrown in front and will trickle all the way down to the end boards. Wrestling for it. Yamaguchi went crashing into the boards. Now gets up and joins the board battle, trying to win the puck free. But Detroit comes up with it. Bregman fires, almost deflected in off of Catherine Sarich's hands, but nothing doing. Pride can't clear it. and then can't clear it and get possession off of it. Sarich is back to receive it. Thread across the blue line. No advance, at least no further advance. To the end line, off the boards and cleared. Glove lost. This will not be an icing. Puck tipped on. Jang couldn't control it anymore. Circle, moves, Deeks loses it. Detroit trying to keep it in. Nice pass to do so. Hall wants it back. They're not going to be able to get it to her. Thread through the circle, and the Pride trying to clear it. Stapled through, but before Tingley can get to it, Little Caesars gets there first. Dancing along the end boards and taken away. Race to try and track it down. Robbins gets there, advances, leaves it for Hall. Hall advances, wants to go to the backhand. Shot goes wide. Chipped it straight up. Nietzsche gets to it. Robbins leaves it behind. Out in front, loose puck. Out behind. That's a goal! Courtney Hall, her second goal of the game, 5-0. Hall goes through and slaps hands with people. 10:21 to go here in the second period. And it's 5-0. Detroit holds the lead over Washington. Lenny tried to lug it through. McCullough brings it back. Long shot saved by Toth. And Allison Toth has made some good shots, but a lot of the ones that have gotten by her are just excellent shots. They're really hard to stop. Face off one. McCullough there to control it. Cycles it through. Back to the point. Bregman tries to get there. McCullough sends it along. Clemens wins it. At the circle to the point. End line knocked down. Detroit can't quite keep it in. Good work by Lenny to force the puck out. Now Washington trying to create a turnover deep. Detroit loses it and gives it right on back to Little Caesars. Taken back by Gillespie first, though. Upended. Brandon was calling for it out in front, but couldn't get the puck because the player carrying it was tied up. Bregman will switch out while the battle for possession continues. Here we go. Circle. Fred in front. And couldn't get anything on it. Kirsten Sims wanted to join in on the scoring action. Couldn't quite do so. She'll have another chance to do so here. Cuts through one player. Great toe drag. Shot skips over the net. That's incredible stick handling that just didn't go down. Sims feeds it through. Backhander saved by Toth. Checked. And we have a power play coming up for Washington. That's such an unfortunate end for an incredible sequence of stick handles and dekes for Kirsten Sims. And she has to go sit down in the penalty box for a cross-checking penalty. And with 8:34 to go, Detroit is up on Washington 5-0. Pride looking for any opportunity that they can get to cut in to this lead. Puck stapled off the end boards. Battled for, squirted loose, fired on. Washington's just trying to gain possession of the puck and break in to the Detroit end. Advances through. DeHoot. Circles it back. Goes to Yamaguchi. Lost off DeHoot's stick. And Washington has to regroup. Goes across. This is onside. DeHoot working for it. Whiffs on the send. Up into the netting, and the faceoff is going to stay in the Detroit end. George was trying to clear it off the glass, sent it too high, and the puck still sits right above where some tables are stored in the netting. This place has been home to very important events, including the national championships for USA Hockey for a number of years, dating pretty close back to 2003. This place has been a regular host for it. They hold regular national tournaments, and the junior Bruins play here as well. It's one of the hubs of youth hockey here in Massachusetts and a lot of New England. This is going to be cleared and kept in at the end line. Detroit comes up with possession. Here comes Jang. Advances, turns, threads it through. Doesn't go through, though. To the circle. Turning, looking, firing. Shot goes wide. And Detroit doing a very good job of killing off penalty time by getting some offense of their own. Byram will advance it. Goes to the circle. Turns. Gets it to the circle. And gets it on back. Byram keeps it at the point. Byram cuts through. Trying to get to her shot. Can't quite do so. Rister saved. Saved by Thiel. Goes wide. 10 seconds left to go on the power play. Threaded it across. To the circle. To the left side. Up in front. Tipped wide to the left. Vivi Rowan just misses the net. Tapped down by Craven. Cuts it through. Turning to the circle. The power play is over. The Pride looking to still keep the offense going. .6:12 to go. Circle. Shot. Saved. Loose puck. Controlled by Thiel. And a good rip by Caitlin DeHoot. Trying to cut into this lead. We've got 6 minutes and 6 seconds to go here in the second period. And it's 5-0 Detroit. They've spread their offense. Courtney Hall has 2 of the goals. Avery Robbins has 1. Morgan Nietzsche has 1. And Kirsten Sims has 1. Looking to thread it. Backhander goes wide. Kirsten Sims tried to get another one for herself. Couldn't quite get one. Out in front. Still loose. Shot saved by Toth. Collapses the pads to control it. Toth has made some excellent saves in this game. And again, should be given full marks for playing hard and for facing a ton of pressure from a team that dresses like the Edmonton Oilers from the glory years and also surprisingly plays like them. My producer from Western Canada is looking at me and thinking, yes, and please don't remind me about those years. My team lost to them. This is going to be icing going against Washington. $5-0. 5:19 to go here in the second period. Face-off one, goes through Box's stick. Race to get to the puck. It's won by Allison Lenny. She's upended. No penalty going to be called out of this. Just fell down on the play. Thrown on net, controlled by Thiel. And a full swap for Detroit. Washington all set to go with 5:03 left in the second. Face off. And then possession goes to Washington as they keep it at the point, knocked down and cleared out by Little Caesars. Jang cuts back over, goes to the circle, threads it in front. Dip through, nothing more to do. Tipped in, Toth shovels the puck away. Good save on Chloe Valenti's shot. Board battle going on in the corner. Won by Detroit. Circling around the net. Out in front. Shot saved by Toth. Jang got in front. Good save by Toth. She tried to beat her glove side and couldn't quite thread it through. Washington comes up with it. Here's the clear. Caught in the skate. And Washington can't control it as Kaylee Voss lost control of the puck, just tangled up in her skates. Detroit trying to enter in. Dump to the end boards. And one on the rush. Played at the circle, at the blue line. Advances, works its way through. And this will be dumped deep. This will be an icing. So the clock will stop with 3 minutes, 21 seconds left to go. Or 3 minutes, 20 seconds. It's a 5-0 Detroit lead over Washington. Little Caesars looking to extend their lead. This is a first-place team taking on a last-place team, but they're still giving a good fight. This is Washington. Face-off one, shot on, loose puck. Toth controlled McCullough's shot nicely. Garby will track this puck down. With Madison Ralph in pursuit. Puck bounces, kept in at the boards by Schuler. Circle. Moves through. Scavato. Circle, working through. Garby can't keep it in. Plays at the red line. Threads it through. Great stick work by Sam. Shot saved by Toth. Second time that she has been denied of a goal after excellent stick work and skating. Kirsten Sims may well be one of the best skaters that this team has to offer. She's proven it so far today. Puck one deep into the corner, sent up to the boards, across the hall, to the circle, slap shot, wide to the left. George can't keep it in front. Still wrestling for it, now a full on-board battle ensues. Detroit wins it, cuts it through, Hall feeds it back across instead of shooting it. Dumped down deep. We're under 2 minutes to go here in the second period, excuse me. Washington out in front, trying to get a shot through. Good stick work by Box to keep the play dead. Box ultimately takes it away from Langbacka. Sarich wins the puck back, sends it across. Detroit gets to the loose puck. Hall dekes it to herself, gets it through and scores. Courtney Hall putting on a show at 6-0. That is her third goal of the game, so a hattie. A hattie for Hall. 6-0 Detroit leads with a minute 17 seconds. Detroit trying to keep the pressure on, up 6-0. Circle. Thread through. Goes to the end. Circled. Back through. Lost it. Up to the blue line. Under a minute to play. Toth controls the puck. Puck thread down beneath the end line. This is shoveled back behind the net. Gillespie wins it, turns back. This will be sent deep. Loose at the circle. Detroit can't win the race to the loose puck. 10 seconds left to go. Muller will bring it on. Offsides. Tingley was just a hair off. So we'll have the face-off outside the zone. And get the Zamboni out here to dust off the rink and get things ready for the third period. Puck drops. And that's the end of the second period. Another 3 goals for Detroit, including a complete hat trick for Courtney Hall as Detroit staked to a 6-0 lead. Brief pause in the action. Back in just a little bit with the third and final period of this matchup between the Washington Pride and Detroit Little Caesars. You're watching JWHL Hockey here on JWHL.org. 6-0 is the lead for Detroit. They're up on the Washington Pride at the very start of the third period as the ice has been cleaned up right before we begin the final period of this game. Detroit looking to wrap up another dominating victory and extend their lead over first place. Washington trying to fight and make it close. And trying to give themselves a great story if they could come back and tie it. Hi, everybody. I'm Chris Lynch. Welcome to the New England Sports Center here in Marlborough, Massachusetts. One of the premier junior hockey centers in New England. It's 3:20 on the East Coast on Groundhog Day. I hope you're getting to enjoy the Bill Murray Classic at some point today, or at least good memories of it, and I hope you are not locked into repeating the same thing over and over again until you learn some important life lesson. Detroit, hoping that they could keep repeating this day, or at least this game. I'm not sure Washington would say the same thing. Puck comes into the circle, turned back. Detroit comes up with it, loses it. Here comes a rush up the left side. Turned back and knocked down. Good skating push. V.V. Rowan had the excellent push, shove, shot on, loose puck, controlled and cleared away over the blue line. That's a great backhander. Kirsten Sims took that. She really has had the most exceptional handles out of anybody in this game, and thought that would be counted as a hand pass, but a Pride player got to it first. Washington is on sides. Langbacka goes to the end boards to try and track it down to Hoot. Can't get to the puck, but Craven does to keep it in. Puck is kept in, circled around to the right side. At the corner boards. Out, cleared, and over. Turned back and controlled by DeHoot. Got a player on her left. DeHoot sends it to the end boards. Loses it right at the end, though. Gets to it. Out in front. Loose puck. Shot. Controlled, and how in the world did Amanda Thiel come up with that save? Sprawled out, laying on her gut, come up with the save to keep the shutout going. That's a nice save, sprawling to her left and sprawling to her right and having to reach back to her left to make that play. Face-off won by the Pride, out in front, shoveled on, controlled again by Thiel. Pride are attacking, and they're doing a very good job of keeping up. Detroit will clear it. To the end. Schuler wrestling for it. Shoveled through. Tipped back at the circle. Saucered out. Nitschke can't get to it. Detroit brings it on. Fires, saved by Toth. The shot by Bella Gamarowski just goes wide. Gamarowski will get another chance. Toth saves that one, deflects it straight up. And her teammates back her up as Logan Yamaguchi controlled it and then lost it into the corner for the Little Caesars to continue until Kaylee Voss clears it. There's a race to track it down. Lenny is there to win it at the corner. dekes it one way but loses possession of it. Can't take it off of Sims' stick. 3-on-1, whiffs on the shot. Does McCullough. Sims advancing, held up, can't get the puck to her forehand for a shot. To the circle, turn it to the left side, over the blue line, now over the red. Byram tripped up, no penalty as she just stumbled. Byram will shoot it, save made by Thiel. She has made some excellent saves. .12:07 to go. It's a running clock right now. With the game at the score it's at right now, clock is running for the rest of the third period. We've got 12 minutes left. Washington trying desperately to cut into this lead. This will roll its way to the end boards. Shoveled out in front. Goes through. Luff to the circle. Turns back. Trying to thread it. To the point. Tipped away. This will roll all the way back into the Detroit end. Deal will clear it up to the point. Valentin loses it. Luff lost. Langbacker will race for it. Can't beat Bregman to it, though. Little Caesars. Trying to send it. Turnover forced. Can they get a shot off on this? They won't get it directly on goal. They got it to the crease. They could not quite get it to where they wanted it to go, though. Detroit can't clear it. Kept in twice. Langbacker sends it. Circle. And Bregman will clear it to the bench. Here comes Robbins looking for a second goal. Save made by Toth. Checked. Power play upcoming for Detroit. We'll have a 2-minute minor for, I think, a boarding call, as the official will come over to the scores table and let her know what's up. It's a cross check. And Logan Yamaguchi will sit for 2 minutes. And the second that they drop the puck, they will begin the power play. And here we go. Detroit has scored 2 goals on the power play already, 2 of their 6. Ichi comes out front, tipped shot saved. Toth has made some very good saves. Detroit has just completely controlled the pace and the style of this game. This is out in front, out to the left side, out of the circle. Bregman behind the net. Shoveled out in front. Puck sits on the doorstep. Cleared up to the point. Bregman again at the point. The circle, cycled through, out in front. Shot, saved, wrestled for it. Still nothing. And they can't clear it out. They'll shovel the puck on. And Bregman will not be able to win pursuit of it. Tingley is there to try and put some pressure on it. Can't get to it instead. Here comes Detroit. Garby on the advance, so only a minute to go on the power play. 8 minutes to go in the game. To the circle. Fire, shot wide to the right. Out in front. Garby can't control it for a shot. Garby has it in her skates. Garby fires it. This is still loose. That's in. 7-0. Detroit leads. And that went home off Kelly McCullough's wicked shot. Little Caesars with 7:24 to go is the only way that we would stop play. Well, play is going to continue to run down as we're down to 7 minutes, 15 seconds left to go. And an offensive explosion for Detroit, looking for more. Deked in, loose puck, shot, blocked before it gets into the net. Goalie was out of position. They fired it on and just came into a white jersey. Sims really has been the best skater for either side, has not been rewarded with a goal yet. 6:45 to go. Washington trying to not be shut out. They have a chance for a 2-on-1. Here they go. Circle, fired, save made by Thiel. Washington fighting to the end. Clock will continue to run. This game is one of a 47-game weekend for the JWHL across all three divisions. This is maybe the only place that they play regularly where they could do this with 10 rinks to host events at. It's a remarkable facility. Puck is loose. Detroit will clear it away. This will be the last game of the day for both of these teams. Little Caesars will take on the Boston Shamrocks tomorrow morning at 9:30. It will be the first game of the under-16 schedule. Washington does not play until the afternoon when they take on the North American Hockey Academy. They'll be at 3:20. Pride's game is at Rink 7, and the Shamrocks and Caesars game is at Rink 6. Again, there are 10 different ice rinks in this facility. It's kind of incredible just how many ice rinks they were able to fit in this one location. Shoveled on and sent wide to the left. This will be dumped deep. Under 5 minutes to go. To the circle, moving it on through, over the line. Sent deep. Langbacka gets to the puck, loses it in a board battle though. Robbins will send it. Robbins moves it, backhander, loose puck at the circle, shot blocked. Scavato blocked it down. Saucers it out, knocked down at the blue line, across to the circle, fires it on, saved by Toth through some traffic. Detroit possesses the puck well, they move it, they pass it, and they shoot it extraordinarily well. I apologize for the crowd getting a good look at my notes. I wouldn't want you to cheat on the test that I will give at the end of this game. 3:33 to go. Out in front, shot saved by Toth, skips over the net to the right corner boards. Sent down, Washington looking for a race. Tingley can't get there in time. Puck brought back on. Out to neutral. Almost turned over by Sims. We're down to 3 minutes left. This is going to be called for an offsides. With the victory, Little Caesars will move to 20 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. A remarkable record for this division. A remarkable performance on the season as they rung the post, trying to go for 8 and hang a snowman on the board. Puck falls into the Detroit end. They'll bring it up to the left side. Sims can't slice her way through the defense well enough. Washington is in their 22nd game. It'll be their 16th loss of the season. They've got 4 wins and 2 ties in addition. Dekes it, moves it, clears it over the red line. McCullough advances, loses it, spins it through to the circle, lost it, shot, loose, score! They do get that snowman goal, and Kirsten Sims gets rewarded with her excellent skating for a goal. 1 minute and 40 seconds left to go in this game, as it is 8-0, Detroit over Washington. Garby gets to it. Cycled through over the red line. Detroit keeping the pedal to the metal. Fitting that a team from the Motor City would do that. Board battle ensues. Here's Staple. Out in front. Tipped away. They can turn this into a rush. Voss advancing. Voss whiffs on the shot. Loose puck. Washington still with a chance. Fires. Save. Loose puck. That does not go home. Oh, the bounce of the puck is not in Washington's favor right now. Great opportunities for Kaylee Voss and Allison Lenny to try and pot one. They can't quite do it as they come up with great plays, but Amanda Thiel comes up with better plays. Final 20 seconds of the game. These teams will skate it out. Pretty entertaining performance put on by these teams. A dominating performance put on by the Little Caesars from Detroit, Michigan. 2 seconds and 1, and that's it. The final score of this game, Little Caesars 8, the Washington Pride 0. Tremendous game, tremendous efforts. Both of these teams are done for the day and will resume play tomorrow. That's going to be it for us this afternoon in the U-16 division. For everybody here with the Junior Women's Hockey League, I'm Chris Lynch. We hope you enjoyed today's game. Have a great day, everybody. Make sure to stay warm.